Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, and now Daniel Dubois, three of the most dangerous heavyweights in modern boxing. Each of them stepped into the ring against Alexander Usyk with confidence, physical advantages, and momentum behind them. And all three walked away having been beaten not just by a man, but by a master of the sweet science. At this point, the conversation around who the greatest heavyweight of this generation is should be over. Alexander Usyk has proven again and again that size, youth, and power alone aren't enough to overcome elite-level skill, adaptability, and ring IQ. Usyk doesn't just win fights, he dismantles the idea of what it means to be a heavyweight champion in this era. When Usyk moved up from cruiserweight, there were countless doubts. People said he was too small, that he wouldn't be able to handle the size and power of top-tier heavyweights. And to be fair, physically, those concerns made sense. He's often giving up height, reach, weight, and sometimes even age. But what those critics failed to understand is that Usyk isn't playing the same game. He's not meeting these guys head-on in a brawl. He's bringing a completely different set of tools to the ring. His footwork is second to none in the heavyweight division. He glides across the canvas, constantly adjusting angles, constantly resetting the rhythm of the fight. Opponents can't plant their feet. They can't get into a groove because Usyk never allows them to. It's like trying to catch smoke with your bare hands. Against Daniel Dubois, Usyk put on another masterclass. But this time, there was no surrounding controversy, no debate about low blows, no questionable scorecards. This was as clean and conclusive as it gets. From the very start, Usyk established his dominance in terms of positioning and control. He gauged Dubois' power, found the timing, and slowly began to break him down piece by piece. Dubois came into the fight with a clear plan to pressure Usyk, to go to the body and try to land something big. And early on, he had moments, but moments don't win you rounds against someone like Usyk, because every time Dubois stepped in to exchange, Usyk would respond with 3 clean shots, pivot out, and reset the entire sequence. That's what separates Usyk from the rest. He doesn't get stuck in firefights. He doesn't take unnecessary risks. He operates like a technician, cold, efficient, calculated. What's even more impressive is the way Usyk builds throughout a fight. He downloads information in the early rounds, giving opponents just enough space to feel confident. Then, he ramps up. By the middle rounds, his jab is landing at will. His straight left hand becomes a heat-seeking missile. His movement sharpens even further. Opponents start getting caught reaching, swinging at air, getting tagged in return. That's exactly what happened to Dubois. As the rounds progressed, he began to look lost. He couldn't close the distance. He couldn't time Usyk. And every attempt to let his hands go resulted in a crisp counter. You could see the frustration on Dubois' face. The physicality that brought him success in earlier fights just wasn't working here. Eventually, Usyk's constant pressure, volume, and precision became too much. Dubois went down from a clean shot, and though he tried to get up and fight through it, you could tell the energy and confidence were gone. It wasn't just a physical defeat, it was mental. Usyk had taken away his tools. He had dismantled Dubois' strategy and drained the belief out of him. That's the brilliance of Usyk. He doesn't need a highlight reel knockout to prove his dominance. He wins by taking world-class fighters and making them look ordinary. What's more impressive is that he's doing all of this at 37 years old, in a division full of younger, stronger, and, in some cases, fresher fighters. Usyk remains ahead of the pack. Not because he hits the hardest or has the flashiest style, but because he has mastered the fundamentals at a level most heavyweights never reach. His jab is arguably the best in the division. His ability to control distance and manipulate timing makes him a nightmare to prepare for. And his stamina, something that should be declining at this stage of his career, continues to hold up. Fight after fight. When you look at his resume, the case becomes even clearer. He didn't just beat Anthony Joshua once, he did it twice. He didn't just defeat Tyson Fury. He beat the version of Fury who many believed to be invincible in this era. And now, with the Dubois fight ending any lingering doubt or controversy, Usyk's reign continues with undeniable clarity. He's not just undefeated, he's unfigured out. Every time someone thinks they have the blueprint, he adjusts. Every time they try to impose their will, he dismantles it. Usyk's legacy isn't just about wins and belts. It's about proving that brilliance, intelligence, and technical mastery can still conquer brute force in a division that's long been dominated by giants. He's redefined what a heavyweight champion can look like, not just physically, but stylistically. And while younger contenders are always emerging, none of them have shown the ability to solve the puzzle that is Alexander Usyk. So what's next? Whether it's a rematch with Fury, a unification bout, or a potential passing of the torch moment against someone like Jared Anderson or Zhilei Zhang, one thing is certain: whoever steps into the ring with Usyk next will have to deal with a man who's not just fighting for wins, but building one of the most unique and respected legacies in heavyweight history. At this point, it's no longer about whether Usyk belongs in the conversation with the greats. It's about how high up that list he truly is.